this broadcast of high school sports on Wells.com. Be sure to thank the sponsor. The sports broadcast wouldn't be possible. It's the 10th year that WellsCountyVoice.com has been bringing you the finest in high school sports coverage, and we thank you for your continued support. Now, sit the game.
Welcome to WellsCountyVoice.com. I'm Scott Menser. I'm joined by Sim Gifford tonight. As game two, and we sorted through a number of technical issues in game one. And we found more.
There's more gremlins in the works. So.
It never ceases to amaze me that we continue to find. After 10 years, you would think I had seen everything.
Yeah, you'd have these all figured out by now.
But the answer to that is no. And right now, I'd rather be on a beach.
Oh, don't tempt me.
But we are going to do our best tonight. So we are expecting to have issues, so we're advising you as such right now. And we'll apologize in advance, but we're going to try to do the best we can tonight to get you game two up here live on WellsCountyVoice.com. I was here last night for over 2 hours trying to get everything set up. I thought I had a setup that was good, and we've uncovered something different. So go figure. So the Tiger cheerleader out on the home field tonight, entertaining the crowd. Let's give you the Tiger offenders. At quarterback, number 1, Hayden Nern. Your halfback is going to be number 24, Cody Middlestead. Wideouts be number 11, Kane Thornton. Number 19, Hayden Craighead. Number 20, Bobby Malcolm. And number 5, Caden Gerber. Across the line from the left to the right. Left tackle is number 56, Ryan King. Left guard, number 54, Kari Coleman. Centers, 39, Will Ball. Right guards, number 78, Cameron Farmer. And the right tackle is number 75, Ryan Thompson. Let's give you the Squires starting offense as well. Their quarterback, number 14, Ben Markham. Behind him will be number 35, Peyton Adair in the running back spot. Looks like they'll go to a wingbacks, number 34, Seth Garrett, and number 7, Drake Hatfield. Across the line will be number 15, Trey Clark, number 7, Trescott Duffy, number 53, Bryce Campus, number 55, Chase Miller, number 64, Keegan Stockholm, number 7, Jason Miller, and number 20, Tyler Andrich. We're going to pause the national anthem. All right, there's the national anthem. All right, Sam, here's a test for you. Number 34.
I would say Garte.
Garte. That's what we're going with.
That's
Seth Garte.
I don't know. Hey, the good thing is Dale says the video is clear.
But can she hear us? That we don't know.
Well, maybe she'll text back here and let us know if she can hear us, okay?
We'll turn ourselves up.
And hopefully not blow somebody's speakers on their computer.
So it's the Tigers taking on the Manchester Squire. Let's give you the Tigers' defensive starters as well. We'll start across the line, the defensive end, number 11, Kane Thornton. Defensive tackle, number 75, Ryan Thompson. The other defensive tackle is number 77, Kane Garza. And the other defensive ends, number 54, Kari Coleman. Safeties, number 19, Hayden Craighead. Linebackers at the Mike position, number 7, Reese Johnston. At the will spot, number 21, Cameron Coleman. And at the Sam is number 8, Lucas Hunt. Quarterbacks from 24, Cody Middlestead, and number 5, Caden Gerber. And the free safety is number 3, Cody Kinsey. Well, Sam, I got a little story to tell you. Last week, we got so excited when we saw the field goal.
Yes.
And, we joked up here that we had never seen a field goal, and we got admonished because I guess there were several field goals last year.
Yeah, we got to play the stats guys.
Well, then I also made the mistake of, if you remember, right at the tail end of the game, as the Tigers were driving for the winning touchdown, they had got a penalty, and he commented that may have pushed them outside their field goal range. Well, Cody ends up leaving me a Facebook post after the game on Saturday morning saying, "Hey, Mr. Menser, I have way more range than that. I was so not field goal range."
Well, good.
So then he proceeds to send a video of him kicking like a 50-yard field goal or something.
Nice.
So I told him we were officially notified now that
right.
we know his range and we will never make that mistake again on air. So thank you, Mr. Kinsey, for
that was
correcting
nice
us.
of him to reach out and correct us on that. So.
We always stand to be corrected.
You know, we'll see how the Tigers come out. You know, they hung tough last week. They refused to give up on that game last week, and you know, we apologize to all the people out there that weren't able to see it as well. But every time they got knocked down, they just got right back up and kept fighting. So
and what a last couple of minutes it was. Okay, we were told we're still soft, so we're going to make a couple additional tweaks here. See if that helps. Yeah, and as Coach came up and talked to us after the game, of course, you know, if we go back to the last couple minutes, the Tigers were driving. They were in Northfield territory, and they had an opportunity to perhaps just run some clock out, and they decided to call in a pass play. And that pass ended up getting picked off
and ran
most of the way back to set up the go-ahead touchdown by Northfield. And I tell you what, credit to Coach Kunkel. Because when he came up after the game, he said, players win the games, coaches lose the game, and acknowledged that probably was the right play call.
And he admitted he made that call, and then the winning touchdown.
Right, go ahead, tell that story.
Yeah, the winning touchdown, you know, Hayden Nern calls the play from the field.
Right, and said, Coach, this is what I think we ought to go with, and they went with it, and they converted. So congratulations to Hayden for calling the right play, and for
great.
Coach willing to listen to his quarterback.
That's the main thing right there.
And dialing it up.
Yep. To agree, maybe the quarterback knows what's going on out there and let him give him his shot, you know.
Up on top, Austin Coons. Did you tell Austin he's got a headset up there?
Yes.
All right. So I don't know if Austin is listening to us right now, but Austin Coons is up on top. He is got game number 1 under his belt, ready for game number 2. So we appreciate Austin stepping in his first year here with WellsCountyVoice.com. Did a nice job last week. Tigers have made their way out on the field. I feel like I need to sit on a telephone book or something.
Chairs do either the counter's tall or the chairs are short. So,
or our torso is too short. Maybe that's it.
Nothing else, I may end up standing most of the game because it seems like I've been sitting all day. So,
Tigers next week will take on South Adams. That is a home game, so we'll be able to do that game. And as many longtime listeners knows, that we're not allowed to go to South Adams and call games. So when they go away, so does Bluffton football or WellsCountyVoice.com.
It's always seemed strange to me that you're not allowed to go in there, because they can come in here. But
Right. Well, I guess we're just a little bit more accommodating than what they are evidently. So, Sim, you were going over some of the stats of some of the players of Manchester, and there are some big boys on this squad.
They have.
Why don't you talk about a couple of the guys you may see out on the field today for the Squire?
Well, for one, see, I got to get to the one I marked up here. They have an offensive lineman that's a senior that's 6'7", 310 pounds, and talking to the stats guys tonight, they used him a couple times last year as a running back. And I don't know if you could imagine going up against someone 6'7", 310 coming at you.
That is a big boy.
Then they also have another young man that's he's a sophomore, but he's 6'5", 400 pounds. So they have some beef, on their line. That Bluffton's going to be up against some good sized guys tonight. I mean, they have some size themselves on their front line.
Yeah. We were talking last week how we kind of felt like the Tigers had this maybe some size advantage this year over some squads, but when you bring out guys 300
tonight,
and 400 pounds.
They did last week, and for the most part they controlled that offensive line, and allowed some good offense to happen. But they're going to be up against some guys that are their size or a little bigger tonight. So we'll see how we stack up against them. Well, Scott, it looks like Manchester won the toss and deferred, so the Tigers
will open up with the football.
So we'll see what the offense can do. I was watching Hayden Nern during warm-ups throwing the football, and, man, he was looking good through the air. So he was right on target. So we'll see how this plays out tonight. It was impressive last week throwing the football.
Kicking off for Manchester's number 30, Clayton Hendricks. The Tigers to receive is number 24, Cody Middlestead.
Number 30, Clayton Hendricks kicking off. Little squib up short. Bobbled. The Tigers are going to fall. Yep, Tigers fall on it in the 15-yard line. So.
Well, a pretty inauspicious start for the Tigers as they bobble the football. They knock it backwards before finally falling on it.
You have to wonder if Manchester didn't look at a little tape of Cody Middlestead running the football back.
Right, and said, we're not going to kick the ball his way.
Kicking to Cody,
So Tigers will open up the football game with the ball sitting at the 15. And they'll come out with triplets here on the near side. They'll put a man in motion, middle step behind Nern, and hands off the middle step. Middlestead's got a nice hole on the left side, bounces out to the outside, 35, down to the 32, 33-yard line. So good first down yardage and more for Middlestead. Nice hole opened up on by that offensive line.
First down and on the 33-yard line.
Second play of the drive, 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Now they'll go twins either side. Craighead in motion. The Middlestead, up the middle again, another huge hole, almost first down yardage. Crosses the 40 to about the 44. It's down very short.
Now they're going to measure. That's something you don't see very often in high school football.
All right, so Austin, if you can hear up there, Let's see if we can get a close-up of the football as they bring these chains out. Right on cue. Thank you, Austin. And they're going to be a little bit short. So it's going to be second down and short. Thank you, Austin. You're right. We probably get less than a handful of measurements this season. Those guys probably get pretty fired up when they get to do that.
Yeah, that's all right. We're going to go out on the field.
Tigers up to the line. And those runs, Sim, have been to the left side of the line, which is kind of our small portion of the line. Craighead in motion again. Middlestead up the gut. He'll get first down yardage. So just a little dive. First and 10. So everything the Middlestead so far. 3 carries, and we're just over the 45-yard line.
That's pretty good. We started on our 15 and, 3 carries, and we've picked up 30 yards. So
triplets on the far side. Middle again, bounces it out. Another nice hole, crosses the 50 to about the 48. And again, that's all going to the left side of the line, which is really our small side of the line. On that left side, you've got Ryan King and Kari Coleman.
But they're doing an awesome job of opening up some holes for Cody to run through.
I mean, Kari goes, what's he listed on the roster as? He's not very big out there. Second down and 3. Nern drops back, pressure on, and he is going to take a big all the way back to the 30. Hayden just holding on to that ball a little bit too long, and he's got to learn when he gets that pressure, he's got to find a way to get rid of that football. He's going to lose about 10 yards, almost 11 yards. It's going to be second down and 21.
You were asking about Kari. Kari is listed at 176. So for an offensive lineman, it's small in comparison to what we're seeing out here tonight.
So check that. It's going to be third down and long. And Nern's going to have to go deep with it. He's going to throw over top everybody, and that's going to be the end of that Bluffton drive.
Ball's incomplete. It's going to bring up fourth down and 21 for the Tigers. Ball still on the 34-yard line.
So fourth down situation for Tigers, and the punt will come out. I don't know. We saw a punt against Northfield.
No, we didn't.
I don't think we saw a Tiger punt the whole game.
I'm not sure we saw a punt, period.
All right, Austin, get punter in the back. There we go. High punt, not all that, like a Manchester bounce, and they're going to have it inside Tiger territory.
Cody Kinsey's kick is caught by number 72 for Manchester. Prescott Duffy.
Well, defense is going to have to stand up here, as Manchester will get very good field position on their first offensive set. They'll stack it up on the far side. Put man in motion. And fake the handoff, tries to the outside, and good pressure.
That was Kari Coleman.
I tell you what, he had a heck of a game last week. He's all over the place again.
He tore it up last week, and he's starting out on fire again.
Devin Markham is the Manchester quarterback. Drop back throws. It's going to be a little bit wide of the outstretched arms.
Good pressure there on the receiver by Caden Gerber.
Pass was intended for number 89, Albin Ledenhilger. Drops back again, pressure on and tipped away, but nearly picked off.
Intended for number 15, Trey Clark. Ball's incomplete. Coverage on the play by number 44, Kane Moore. Number 20, Robert Malcolm.
You got two of those?
Yep.
Bring up fourth down 10 for Manson. Ball still on the 49-yard line.
Well, it's 4-down territory for him.
Boy, I wouldn't think so.
But Markham is still out there.
Not this early in the game.
Yeah, but,
Yep, their punter, that is Letterhilger. Picks the ball up off the ground, short punt, and it's going to take a Manchester bounce out of bounds. It'll be Tigers football at about the 35-yard line. See where they spot it.
25-yard line.
25, excuse me.
Tigers will take over from there.
No score. Got about 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Well, the Tiger defense definitely came to play tonight on those 3 downs.
Yeah, they were getting a lot of pressure back on the quarterback, Markham. Boy, they got to hustle. They only got 12 seconds on the clock. 7 seconds left. 6. Got to get it off. 5. And dude, just get it off, and they'll get it off to Middlestead. And Middlestead finds a little bit of room. We'll pick up about 5. We'll call it second down and 5.
Second down and 5 for the Tigers. Ball on the 30-yard line.
Most of the damage offensively has been by Middlestead. And back to Middlestead. He'll bounce it outside and is 2.
Cody Middlestead on the carry for the Tigers. Gain of a couple yards on the play.
Going to set up third down
Number 35.
and a long 2, call it 3.
3 for the Tigers. Ball on the 32-yard line.
Tigers have gone to the air once or twice. 1 sack and 1 incomplete pass, and movement along the line, or excuse me, offsides on Manchester. That will give the Tigers a first down.
That was a good hard count there by Hayden.
First down and 10 for the Tigers. Ball on the 37-yard line.
So first and 10 Tigers. A tight triple on the far side. And Middlestead was going to try to get to the outside, and Manchester strings it out nicely. Short gain.
No gain on the play. And out of bounds over there by Manchester's number 7, Drake Hatfield. Gain of almost a yard on the play by Cody Middlestead. It's going to bring up second down and 9 for the Tigers. Ball on the 38-yard line.
Give them 1, second down and 9. Now we'll spread things out a little bit. And a quick throw, that's going to be high, way over the top of Craighead. So Hayden right now not quite on target. Both throws have been well high. And it's going to be third down and 9.
Still on the 38-yard line.
Just looks like he's got a little bit of jitters back there.
Well,
when he's
you know,
dropping
first
back to
home
pass,
game,
you
I'm
know.
sure it's a little different experience. Drops back, looking downfield. Has a man open, but overthrew him again. And it's going to be 4th down, and the punting unit's going to have to come back out.
Coverage on the play by number 5 for Manchester, Tyson Rooney. Going to bring up 4th down and 9 for the Tigers. Into punt for the Tigers, number 3, Cody Kinsey. Back deep for Manchester, number 10, Braxton Ream.
So get the punter, Austin. Go back a little bit further. There we go. Snap, the kick is on its way. Nice punt, nice bounce for the Tigers. And they'll down it inside the 20, about the 19-yard line. So good punt by Kinsey. And the Squire's got a long way to go. No score so far, 6:20 to go here in the first.
First down and 10 for Manchester, ball on the 19-yard line.
So 1st and 10 for Manchester. No score, 6:20 to go. Quick pass into the flats and gets by the first. Whoa, tripped up. Thought he got by that first tackler up there, who was number 19, Craig. So with the trip, he'll hold him to a 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 8. He had lots of room in front of him had he not tripped him up.
That was a right there by Mr. Craig Head.
2nd down and 8. Inside handoff, dragging a couple of tacklers.
We got a flag on the far side. Tigers are celebrating. It looks like it might be a personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct maybe on someone on the sideline.
Ball carrier was Sam Martindale. Trey Clark was the offender. They've got a lot of guys on the field who are not noted on their starting lineup. That's the fake out, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's going to make it 3rd and long for Manchester.
3rd and 15. Drops back across the middle and picked off. Has the corner to reach, dives in. Waiting for the signal. Touchdown, Tigers.
Reese Johnson.
Reese Johnson with the pick, and the Tigers on the board. 6-0 Tigers. Kinsey will trot on for the extra point. All right, let's back up a little bit, Austin, so we get the uprights in. There we go, perfect. And this play is whistled down. We'll try it again. To be against Manchester. Now, the interesting thing is, will Tigers now go for 2, since this will be moved up half the distance, and they will. So they'll bring their offense back up, as this is going to get moved to, it was an illegal substitution, so it's going to be marked at the 1. So now, Austin, we can go back to our normal view. As the Tigers will go for 2. Any bets on who's going to get the football on this play?
Well, if it doesn't go to Cody Middlestead, I'll be surprised. So.
2-point conversion coming up, and it's not. And Nern was going to try to run it in. It gets in. Looked like sort of a broken play, but Nern pulls it down. Tigers convert the 2-point conversion, and Tigers go on top 2-0. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. 8-0 Tigers here on WellsCountyVoice.com.
Dan and Jane with Daniels Jewelers in Bluffton.
We want to remind everyone that we do in-house repair with our specialty being restoration and resetting.
Jewelry that is worn frequently over the years usually needs some TLC, wrong retipping, resetting, or sizing.
It's so much fun to see the customer's reaction when they see their jewelry looking almost brand new.
Or maybe it's time for a new style. Choose from all styles of settings or let us design one just for you.
Daniels Jewelers, North Main Street, Bluffton, where personal attention and trust become part of the memory.
You can also follow your sons or daughters' practice times and keep up to date on all changes. Create your account today, online or on the app. Doing the kicking for the Tigers is number 3, Cody Kenzie.
Kinsey will kick it off after the Tigers put up the first score of the night. A pick 6 by Reese Johnson. Nice kick, pushes them all the way back to the 1-yard line. And we'll bring it back to the 25.
Manchester close to the 25-yard line.
Trey Clark with the return.
Tackle on play by number 34 for the Tigers, John San Juan. Be first down and 10 for Manchester, ball on the 25-yard line.
So first and 10, Manchester. Again, we've got some features tonight that aren't working for us tonight, so I don't think you've got our play clock. You may not even have our scoreboard. So it is 8-0. Just over 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Inside handoff, nowhere. Trio of Tigers.
Loss of about 3.
Loss of a couple yards on the play. Tackle on the play by number 77, Kane Garza.
Kane Garza with the tackle.
Going to bring up second down and 12 for the Manchester Squares. Ball on the 13-yard line. Or ball on the 23-yard line, correction.
So lose 2, long 2, almost 3. Second down. Twins either side. And another handoff, and nowhere to go again. Braxton Ream.
Met by a host of Tigers.
So Braxton Ream is not on the starting lineup. Trey Clark is not on the starting lineup. Albin Letterhilger is not on the starting lineup.
There's some last-minute substitutions.
Yeah, evidently. So third down. Drops back again. And this is Letterhilger.
Devin Markin's pass is complete to Alvin Letterhiger. Good for game over the 30-yard line.
We'll bring them within 4 yards, but it is fourth down, and see if what they want to do here. They will bring the punt unit out.
Tackle on the play by number 7, Reese Johnson for the Tigers. Going to bring up fourth down and 4 for Manchester. Back deep for the Tigers is Cody Middlestead.
Maybe a spot for a fake punt soon? What do you think?
I wouldn't put them past it.
All right, Austin, get back a little bit. Let's see the punter. Nope, other way. There we go.
Yep.
And Tigers will stop them short. Pretty good call, huh?
That was a good call, wasn't it?
So nice recovery by the Tigers as they will turn the ball over on downs, and the Tigers with a chance to go up by a couple of scores here. 3:01 to go in the first quarter.
That was a case there that the Tiger defense, someone stayed home and watched that punter.
And when you see that punter not punt,
yeah, when he
correctly,
stalled right away, and that's the key right there.
They'll stack them up on the short side of the field, which will be the far side, put a man in motion. Nern back, pressure on, gets the ball away, and picked off. On the sideline, it was tipped. That's why you do the tip drill. And Nern is picked off. And Manchester will be inside the Tiger territory. Manchester has gotten some pressure on Hayden. When he drops back, they'll mark him out just short of midfield. First and 10, Manchester. Throw into the flats, complete. And it's going to pick up out 6.
Gain 5 to 6 yards on the play. Tackle on the play by the Tigers, number 8, Lucas Hunt. Brings up second down and 5 for Manchester.
They gave him 5, second down and 5. And on the sweep, and the Tigers, nice job shutting that down. And who else? Number 54.
Kari Coleman.
This is probably 4-down territory. Third down and 3.
Third down and 3 for the Manchester Squires. Ball on the 44-yard line.
Sorry. I was trying to compliment you.
Yeah. That's great. Great pronunciation. Unfortunately, it looks like he hurt his shoulder on the sideline.
So third and 3, a quick toss. Might have been tipped. It will be enough for a first down.
Yeah, it looked like that ball was tipped going through, but he was able to grab it.
Tice Rooney in the reception, and a new set of downs for Manchester. So those quick hit passes for Manchester right now starting to do a little bit of damage. Markham again in the shotgun. Another quick toss. Tigers will bring this down quickly. Drake Hatfield this time. Give him 2.
Bring up second down and 8 for Manchester. Ball on the 38-yard line.
Manchester had no success running the football, so now they're just going to go to these quick hitters.
That's going to force the Tiger defense to play up a little tighter on the line.
Yep. And right up the gut goes number 3, Sam Martindale. Big gain. Maybe first down yardage it is. First and 10 Manchester. So that's what happens. You start spreading yourself out a little bit, and then you get up the gut. So nice job mixing up the play calls by Manchester. So first and 10 Squires. Up the middle again, bounces to the outside, and the Tigers respond nicely. Martindale with the carry. No gain, it'll be second down and 10. And that will wind down the first quarter. At the end of the first quarter, Tigers on top, 8-0. We'll take a break. Be right back.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing
we are back. Sorry about that. And on that play, the Squires inside the 20. Quick pass over the top in the middle. Close to another Squire first down. It's going to be first and goal, depending on where the spot is.
Almost 9 yards on the play.
Looks like they mark him just a little short.
Number 3, Cody Kenzie for the Tigers. Gonna bring up second down and 1.
So 2nd and 1 at the, what do you call it? At the 5, they need to get to about the 4.5 for a first down. 8-0 Tigers, but Manchester on the doorstep. Martindale's not going to get it done here. Problem is he's going to have about 7 tries at this.
Yes.
By number 8, Lucas Hunt among other Tigers. Going to bring up 3rd down and 2 for Manchester.
So loses a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 2 now. But they do pick up the first down just inside the 5-yard line. Markham keeps it, and he's going to be dropped short again. It's going to be 4th down. So interesting decision here is he's going to lose a yard. Do you go for it? You don't have any idea what kind of kicking game they have.
You know, they went away from those little quick passes, and they tried to run it, and now they're moving backwards. So we'll see if they go back to that little quick pass.
That's what I would do right here. I would go back to the quick pass over the middle. Well, they go right up the gut. They will pick up the first down, and they'll have 4 more shots to get in the end zone.
Almost 5 yards on the play, up close to the goal line. Going to bring up 1st and goal for Manchester.
And a Tiger on the play, so we'll get an injury timeout here. Kane Garza, he'll have to come out for a play. So 1st and goal from the 2. Well, it's not even the 2.
Up to 1.5.
Yeah, 1.5.
The officials come out. It's going to be 1st Manchester ball at 2-9.
So 4 shots to get it in.
Yeah, they're calling him down at the 2.5.
So Martindale was drugged down behind the line of scrimmage, and the ball seemed to pop out.
That was a dangerous play.
And the ball popped into somebody's hand, and he fell into the end zone. Manchester claiming they had a touchdown, but they caught him down. So pushes it back to the 3, 2nd down. Boy, Tigers defense getting a workout here. And dropped again. Back to the 5. Then they went away from their short passes.
Yeah.
3rd down, ball is back to the 6. So and we're going to get a timeout, Manchester. They want to talk about it. So let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Dr. Josh Bell and the staff at Corrective Chiropractic have disc decompression therapy available, the non-surgical treatment for North Main Street, Suite A in Bluffton. Call and schedule a consultation today at 260-353-1400.
Welcome back to WellsCountyVoice.com. 8:04 to go. It's 8-0. Manchester has run off. How many days have we been down inside the 10-yard line? It's now 3rd and 6 after the timeout. They'll go twins either side. They'll spread it out a little bit. And Tigers get pulled offside. Not a good time for that. So that'll move it to the 3. So 2 shots to go, 3 yards.
3rd down and goal for Manchester. Ball on the 3-yard line.
High snap, pulled down, and Martindale in for the touchdown.
Manchester good for 3 yards
So 8-6. Well, I guess the timeout worked.
I figured they were going to come out and come back to that short pass, and I guess I was wrong. So.
Number 30 in for the extra point, and is Clayton Hendricks. Snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 8-7 is your score. We'll go back to our break, be right back.
Are you looking for a wholesome place for your 7th grader to be active and meet new friends? Then bring your student to a YMCA.
It's going to be another tough day technically, and oh my goodness, again, each side. Cold drink and a beach right now.
Yeah, but not on the east coast of Florida because they're going to get hit with a hurricane.
That's true. Stay away from the hurricane.
Manchester kick is returned by number 20, Robert Malcolm for the Tigers, up close to the 30-yard line, just over the 30-yard line.
After the Manchester kickoff, Tigers will start it off at the 31.
First down and 10 for the Tigers, ball on the 31-yard line.
8-7 in the second quarter, just under 8 minutes to go. So see if the Tigers can put something together. Their only score was a pick-6 interception return. They'll go back to Middlestead. They'll pick up 5. Second down and 5. So, Sim, offensively, what do you think the Tigers need to do to get some things going here?
I think they need to get, Hayden's arm. They're going to have to work up some short passes that he can complete and get some confidence back. They can't be just all one-sided and run the whole game.
Give him 4, second down and 6. And back to Middlestead's got a couple blockers in front and enough for a first down. Well, now they're starting to run on that right side of the line.
The result of that play is another Bluffton Tiger. First down and 10 for the Tigers, ball on the 42-yard line.
Locked down to 7 minutes. Tigers up by 1, 8-7. First and 10 Tigers from the 42. Nern fakes it, keeps it, throws it outside complete. All kinds of defenders around
Ken Gerber. He fights a couple after he received, caught the ball.
So give him about 5 yards, 5-6 yards. Like you said, Sim, that might be what he needs to get his confidence up. A little short pass.
Just something to get a little faith in his arm. So.
And give credit to Caden. He had 3 defenders on him when he caught the ball and managed to squirm his way up to a 5-yard pickup, second down and 5. Middlestead, big gap up the middle, sidesteps one tackler, spins around, falls forward inside the 45 to the 44.
He was 6 yards up the field before
anyone was close to him.
Manchester was even close to him.
First and 10 for the Tigers, ball on the 44-yard line.
Are you guys playing first or after homecoming?
So first and 10 Bluffton, 5:30 to go in the half. Triplets stacked on the far side. Fakes the handoff, throws to the outside, gets to the outside, big yardage, inside the 30 to the 25. Robert Malcolm. I tell you what, Malcolm had had some speed after that.
He was out there. No one went out with him.
So big yak for Malcolm. Big yards after the catch. Ball on the 25, 1st and 10 Tigers. Middlestead up the middle, breaking tacklers. Inside the 20 to about the 18. They'll blow that down. Second down and 5. Have to get just inside the 15 for a first down. Quick toss. Has to beat one defender. Now another spins away, still on his feet. But not much on the pickup. Kane Thornton on the reception. Maybe picks up a half a yard. So third down, a short 5. Didn't pick up much there. How about a keeper?
Haven't seen many of them yet in this short season.
Middlestead. Oh, close to a first. Little bit short. Really close. We may need another measurement here.
Not from where they marked it there.
So 4th and a fraction of a yard. Here we go. Big down.
Now we got a first down.
So that offsides will give Tigers the first down. And the nice thing about it is that ball is marked on the 11. I love those 11-yard spots.
That's your favorite spot on the field.
First down and 10 for the Tigers, ball on the 11-yard line.
So 1st and 10 at the 11. Tigers up by 1. 3:20 to go in the half. Middle, nope, Ern will keep it. And down to about the 2. See that, Sam? I told you about keeper. They may be listening in on me.
Maybe they are. We're used to a lot more of those in a season, you know.
Inside the 5 to about the 4. And again, remember, they'll pick up a first down at the 1. Second down and 3. Tigers with several shots to get into the end zone. Cuts it inside. Touchdown, Tigers. Kane Thornton. Tigers tack on to their 1-point lead. It's 14-7. I would think you just go for one here. All right, Austin, we want to get all of the upright here. All right, perfect. Kinsey out for the extra point. Snap, the hold, the kick is up right through the middle. It is good. And the Tigers will retake their 8-point lead, 15-7 with 2:30 to go in the first half. So 15-7. Kinsey's going to kick things off with 2:30 to go in the half. I think tonight must be homecoming night. Is that what the celebration is down there?
It is homecoming. Now we have News Channel 15 down there. That's why the crowd was giving a little bit of a roar. Might get on the news.
End kick. Fielded about the 7. And brought down around the 30. Number 34, John San Juan. He had a couple of special team tackles tonight. Norton has given Tigers a 15-7. All right, I'll off a little bit up there. Manchester back with the football, 2:22 to go. Drop back pass, looking downfield, tipped. Oh, couldn't come up with it. Reese Johnston, who's already has one pick six, had his eyes on another. Couldn't quite come up with it.
That was close, too. He about had that one.
All right, center up here a little bit, Austin. Inside handoff, down in the backfield. Martindale nowhere to go. Cameron Coleman in on the tackle. So 3rd down and 13 for the Squires. If you're Manchester, you don't want to leave too much time on the clock here.
Oh, you can't do that. What are you doing?
There's two guys in motion at the same time. And there you go. The incomplete pass is going to stop the clock with 1:30 left.
Yeah, there was two guys in motion.
There's two guys in motion. How do you not call that?
Because the line was set. So, yeah.
I think you could do that in the XFL, but I don't think they're in existence anymore. Letterhilger back to punt. Gets it off. And nice Manchester bounce. But the Tigers will have decent field position with 1:22 to go.
That was about all the time they needed last week.
That's right.
To get in and score. So.
So Tigers with $1:22 to go. And I believe they have all three of their timeouts left. And we won't make any claims about the field goal range.
No, not tonight. Oh. But they're going to have to hurry to get this one off.
Middlestead looking for a hole. Still on his feet, still going. Look at him go. All the way inside the 50 to the 47. Clock stops in high school to spot the football. 1:11 to go. Now the clock will start. You want to get up to the line in a hurry here. Tigers burn some precious seconds off the clock to get up to the line. 1st and 10, under a minute to go. Nern drops back, across the middle, complete, and dropped at around the 37. Tigers need to hustle to the line here. They're going to call a timeout.
Coach Kunkel called timeout. So
46 seconds to go, timeout Tigers. And again, we talked about this when Manchester was 3rd down. I'm thinking maybe you run the football and take some time off the clock, force the Tigers to perhaps take a timeout. But no, they opt to throw the ball,
which stopped the clock,
and gave the Tigers a minute 22 left. Now 46 seconds left. Ball at the 36. So let's see. This would be what, a 53-yarder if we kicked one here? I make no claims on Cody Kinsey's range right now. Mr. Vanderkolk over there is shaking his head yes, saying no problem.
I think he wants to see it. So we all would like to see a 53-yarder. So
46 seconds to go. See what Coach Kunkel is drawing up here in the timeout. First and 10 Tigers. Ball at the 36. Nern drops back, swings it out. Middlestead has to beat a man, but can't. Good defensive stop by Manchester. Tigers are going to lose a yard or two. They'll have to call another timeout. Not a bad call, but it really forces Middlestead to beat that first defender.
But he isolated him out there. If he got around him, he was going to scamper to the end zone because they brought everybody else this way.
Ball back to the 39. And again, no claims about whether this has pushed him outside field goal range. I've learned my lesson. 2nd down and 13. I would think you'd want to take at least a couple shots downfield maybe. Tigers have burned 2 timeouts now, so they only have 1 left.
You about save that one for right before. If you're going to have to kick, you'd like to, call that to give a chance to sit and talk.
Just under 39 yards to go.
2nd down and 13 for the Tigers, ball to 39.
Manchester has gotten decent pressure on most of the night. Has the man beat? Oh,
there's
flag
the flag
on the play.
yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
No question about that.
I think without that interference, he catches that football.
It's going to be pass interference against Manchester. And so unlike the NFL where that would get marked at the spot of the foul, it's 15 yards. So if you're going to get beat by 40, you might as well drag them down, right?
Yep.
But the nice thing about that is it stops the clock. Ball is now on the 24, 33 seconds to go. Tigers have 1 timeout. Oh, dangerous pass there, Sim.
Yeah, he threw it behind him. But there were more white jerseys there than black jerseys.
Stops the clock at just under, a tick under 30 seconds to go. So 2nd down and 10. Tigers trying to add to their 8-point lead. Empty backfield. 5 receivers set. Nern with no protection. And complete and drugged down. He's going to pick up a couple yards. to Middlestead. Drugged down by number 45, Creedon Kroll. So they'll spike the football and stop the clock at 7.5 seconds, and Mr. Kinsey will come out for the field goal attempt. So they'll place
be a 38-yarder.
It'll be a 38-yarder. At the right hash mark. Let's get the uprights, Austin. And the kick is up. Plenty of leg. Kick is good.
Wow.
Cody Kinsey from 38. 18-7 with 2.6 seconds to go.
That had enough leg to almost make it from 50.
I'm a believer.
Yep.
I'm a believer. From the right hash, no problem. So, Sim, you and I haven't had a chance to talk since the Andrew Luck thing happened.
Wow, that was shocking.
Was that a shocker?
It was. I was very surprised when that text came in from saying that he retired. But part of me was shocked and part of me wasn't. I mean, he's been a little injury prone here the last few years, and
a little maybe sort of understand.
But now the Colts are going to have to come up with a quarterback.
2.6 seconds to go. Tigers up 18-7. And Squibb put him down and head to the locker room at halftime, and they do. Tigers go into the locker room 18-7. We'll take a break. Be right back with some halftime stats.
Suggesting the proper course of action.
Well, folks, again, we're struggling with a few technical issues. We're going to just put the camera out on midfield as the band's going to put a performance on. And we'll get some halftime stats. We'll go over them with you. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to run commercial sets, as that appears to be creating some difficulty for us. So enjoy the halftime show out on the field, and we'll be right back with you in a couple minutes. Well, welcome back to WellsCountyVoice.com, and we just announced our homecoming king and queen, Ryan Thompson, in his football get-up is the king. So the right tackle for the Tigers, number 75, gets the honors. Now he gets to go back into the locker room and catch up. Here's some halftime stats for you. Tigers up 18-7. The scoring started off at the 5:14 mark. Devin Markham's pass was intercepted by Reese Johnston and took into the end zone from the Manchester 8. After a penalty, pushed the ball to the 1.5-yard line. Tigers opted to go for the 2-point conversion. Hayden Nern took it himself after scrambling out of the pocket, and the Tigers were up 8-0. Manchester got on the board. Boy, Sim, they were down inside, about at the 7-yard line, and it took them about
8
plays to finally get in the end zone, but they did. Martindale, this was after a Tigers penalty, took it in from 3 yards out. The PAT was good. That cut the lead to 8-7. Tigers got the ball back and put together a 10-play, 69-yard drive. It was kept up by Kane Thornton carry, kind of a jet sweep sort of play. From 4 yards out, the point after touchdown by Cody Kinsey was good, and the Tigers went back up by 8, 15-7. Manchester got the ball, and the Tigers was out, and there was about a minute and 20-some left on the clock. And again, at the time, I remember thinking, boy, if I'm Manchester, I might just run the ball and try to burn some clock, force the Tigers to take a timeout, but they didn't. They put the ball up in the air. It was incomplete. Left the Tigers with a minute 22, and the Tigers took a minute 20 of that and drove 38 yards, setting up a Cody Kinsey 38-yard field goal, which was good from the right hash. And that is your score at halftime, 18-7. Tigers 11 first downs, Manchester 4. Total rushing, Tigers were 16 for 80. Manchester was 14 for 15 yards.
Ooh.
That is how effective the Tigers' rushing defense was. Passing yards, here's maybe a little bit of a surprise. Sim, Tigers 34 yards and 36.
Well, that little short dump-off pass was on that one drive.
That one drive was working pretty well,
and they gained a lot of yards on it.
Tigers were 6 for 12 with 1 interception. Manchester 7 for 13 with 1 pick. So total offense, Tigers 28 plays for $114. Manchester 27 plays for 61 yards. Tigers had a couple of punts, so did Manchester. Tigers 1 penalty for 3 yards, but those were a big 3 yards. That was down here when it took them, again, about 8 plays to put it in the end zone. I think it was either second or third down, and it was 6 yards to go.
Yeah.
And then the Tigers
They jumped off sides.
They jumped off sides, and they put it down at the 3. It might have even been third down.
Yeah, because I think if they could have kept them back on the 6, they had a chance of holding them out of the end zone. Yep.
Time of possession pretty even. Tigers 12 minutes 22 seconds. Manchester 11 minutes 38 seconds. Manchester had 1 sack for a loss of 18 yards. Rushing, Sam Martindale leads Manchester 8 carries for 18. Bluffton, no surprise here. Cody Middlestead 13 carries for 87 yards. Receiving, nobody standing out, although Tice Rooney has 3 receptions for 11 for the Tigers. Malcolm 1 for 19. Lucas Hunt 1 for 11. Caden Gerber 1 for 5. Middlestead 2, netting 0. Kane Thornton 1 for -1. Reese Johnston has the Tigers interception.
Let's give another great round of applause
on the defensive side of the football, John San Juan, 3 tackles on special teams. Kerry Coleman, 3 tackles.
Of the Wabash contest next Saturday, September 7th, here at Fred F. Park Field. The contest will start at
Kane Garza, 2 solo, 3 assisted tackles.
Next Saturday afternoon.
So that is pretty much your totals. Again, Tigers up 18-7 as they are in the locker room at the moment. So, yeah, I mean, Cody's had a good night so far. 87 yards in the first half. Pretty effective running for Cody. Hayden started off, was overthrowing a lot of his passes, but kind of towards the latter part of that second quarter started to find his receivers.
He calmed down a little bit.
Not a ton of yardage. Again, only 34 yards passing, but mixed in that is an 18-yard sack.
And he about had a big reception, but the pass interference call.
Right.
So.
And again, in high school football, that only net Tigers 15 yards, although he was down around, the 15, 10-yard line.
Yeah, about
when
the
that
10
flag
probably.
Got thrown. Whereas Tigers won their opener in pretty wild fashion up at Northfield, literally last minute, second almost, touchdown. Gave the Tigers the win against Northfield. So trying to make it 2-0 here against Manchester.
Sort of a nail biter. The way that thing went back and forth there at the end.
Again, we apologize for a variety of technical issues. We have seen things so far in these first 2 games we've not seen for years. Literally. I mean, problems has never occurred before. So we are doing the best we can. So thank you for hanging in with us. And we will go to work on them again and try one more time next week as the Tigers back here home against South Adams. Now, unfortunately, Sim, I was kind of hoping to leave all this gear set up so we wouldn't have to tear down. But we're going to have to tear down now because I got to go figure out what's going on. Such is life. Andrew Luck retires.
Yep, called it quits. So, I mean, that's going to hurt the Colts, I think.
So who is the Colts quarterback now?
That would be, I don't even know. Jacoby Brissett, yeah.
Is that who they're going with? I mean, I'm not a Colts follower.
It is
right now. They're not on the market looking for somebody different.
I read an article the other night that Brock Osweiler went and tried out, went for a visit. So we'll see if
he becomes a candidate or not.
But basically, they said they were planning on going with Jacoby Brissett, and anyone they bring in will be a backup. So, Brissett, he was under Tom Brady at New England. So, I mean.
So you're hoping some of that Brady luck rubs off.
I hope so, but he hasn't shown a whole lot in preseason.
So I think if the coach doesn't come along in that package, that maybe you don't quite get the Brady effect.
Yeah, maybe. There's a lot of truth to that, unfortunately. So
now, is the opening night this Sunday?
No, next
2
Sunday.
days. Okay, a week from Sunday.
I think September 8th.
Yeah, well, nobody cares, but I'm an Eagles fan, so I watched a pretty dreadful preseason game on Thursday. I think there were 5,000 fans in the stands.
Oh my.
As they played the Jets, and it was absolutely a dreadful, I'm not even quite sure you could call it an NFL game. Nobody starters played.
That's the way preseason was, I think, for almost every team out there. It was pretty much a worthless preseason to watch. And
I never really thought about it until I read an article. And I'd be curious to talk to Coach sometime about this. But what the discussion was is for an NFL team, a team is much less effective than even having a practice.
Yeah.
Because if something goes wrong out on the field, you can't stop the game, correct the situation, and run the play, right? I mean, you just got to carry on with the football game. and that it's just gotten to the point where the coaches would just rather have practices.
Yeah, just like an inter-squad practice is what I read. And I even read an article where they're saying maybe they need to go to 2 preseason games and go to 18 regular season games.
Now, as a purist, I don't quite like that. And I remember back when the NFL season was 14 games.
Yeah.
And it was a big deal for a running back to get 1,000 yards in the season. I mean, that was kind of a milestone across 14 games. Then you went to 16 games, and it was like I always thought that kind of cheapened the 1,000-yard mark because you got an extra 2 games.
Well, they need to bump it up to 1,200.
Well, now compared to the guys who used 14,
yep.
These guys will potentially have an extra 4 games to accomplish. So single-season records start to have less meaning.
You're right. I mean, I can see that.
In terms of total yards or total receptions,
all
total
of them.
completions.
I mean, even touchdowns passed by a quarterback.
Right. So, again, as a purist who cares about kind of the records, I don't know that I like that, but I get it. The NFL gets 2 more games.
They're after the dollars.
And, the fans who have to pay for these season tickets, they got to pay for those preseason games.
Now, granted, they're about half.
They're not. Are you sure? They're not full tilt.
You and I went down to the Eagles and the Colts a couple years ago, and those were half price for the regulars because I had gotten those same tickets later on in the year for me and Bryce, and they were twice what I had to give for them.
But still, for some of these preseason games, half price is too much.
You're absolutely right. I mean, when you start dropping $50-$60 for a ticket, for a preseason game, that's a lot of money to lay out when you're not seeing anybody play.
And what was interesting about the Andrew Luck thing is that the Colts were playing.
Yeah.
I mean, they were actually on the field when the word got out that Luck was going to retire. So literally, there's fans in the stands who get the tweet or whatever that says Andrew Luck is retiring. So poor Andrew Luck is getting booed at the game on the field.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that got leaked.
Right, how does that happen, right? I mean,
that was bad. I mean, that was poor timing. Whoever leaked it, I mean, that's just not right.
But I get it. You look at all the injuries that Andrew Luck has sustained, and I think his comment in his press conference was football wasn't any fun anymore.
Right, yeah, he just wasn't having fun. And, and it's a game. All in all, it's a game. If you're not having fun.
Well, I mean, it's certainly fans have some reason to be upset from your own personal perspective. If you're in a job and you're no longer having fun or enjoying your work, and you've got the opportunity to go off and do something different with your life,
you're going to do it.
You're going to do it. And especially when you're putting your body in harm's way, there's tough decisions that athletes in those sort of sports have to make. And so I get it. But as a fan,
from a fan standpoint,
who's putting out the money for the tickets and seeing the contracts that are being paid to these players, it's certainly tough.
But, in Andrew Luck's defense, I mean, he's had some injuries that could be,
he's had
some crippling injuries.
Some really tough ones.
And and at his age, I mean, he's probably not even 30 years old
I think
yet.
he's 29.
29, so, I mean, he's got a long time to live. You know, to put your body through what he's put through.
You and I have kids close to that age.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? I mean,
yeah. Hey, you're telling everyone how old we are now.
Well, more so me than you, I think. All right, getting ready to start off the second half. Tigers up 18-7. They will kick off to open up the second half.
The Bluffton Tigers will be kicking off to open up the second half.
So Mr. Kinsey, you finished up the first half with a 38-yard field goal. We'll kick it off. Cody had one kickoff tonight that was all the way back to the goal line. And nice end-over-end kick. It'll settle down about the 3. 10-15 and bumped down. Dropped at the 20.
Over the 15-yard line. He's met there by Tigers number 20, Robert Malcolm.
That was a great hit by Malcolm.
First down and 10 for Manchester. Ball on the 20-yard line.
So Manchester will take over. Let's zoom in there a little bit, Austin. There we go. Good. Man in motion and ball's on the ground. Tigers may have it.
And
they do. Tigers with a big fumble recovery. Kahari Coleman comes up with a fumble recovery. Tigers get the ball back on the 15, 1st and 10, Bluffton. So they've got a pick 6 tonight and now a fumble recovery. See if we can put it in the end zone. Trying to bump out to the outside to catch the corner, and there's going to be a flag on the play. Wait for the flag. There wasn't many Tigers over there, except for the ball carrier.
Holding on the offense, number 24. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay first down.
It's going to be a holding call. Well, that hurts.
Wish we had our instant replay.
Yeah, we don't have our replay tonight. We don't have our replay. We don't have our scoreboard. We don't have our clock. We don't have commercials. But we do have a football game on, which is barely what we could say last week. So.
Yeah, last week we had a partial football game on at best.
1st and 18 now. Middlestead gets to the outside. He'll turn the corner. Close to a first down. Gets it back to the 10. It should set up a 3rd down or 2nd down and 5.
Yeah.
Nice job by Middlestead. Tigers with a couple of plays to pick up a first down and get a fresh set of downs to punch it in the end zone. 2nd down and 5. Quick throw. Kane Thornton, his 2nd touchdown tonight. Tigers made quick work after the fumble. Is 24-7 pending the extra point by Kinsey. Nice pass by Nern. Nice reception by Thornton. And blocked.
Cody Kinsey's extra point kick is blocked by Manchester. No good.
So no good on the extra point. So it'll stay 24-7. Interesting.
Yeah, that takes that little advantage away.
Little extra point advantage.
Yeah, you know, you watch Nern's jitters there in the first quarter, and you watch how he comes down and the confidence he has again now.
It's a little like reminiscent of the Northfield game.
Yeah, how he calmed down there in the second half and just took charge.
Keep up to date on all changes created on the account today. Please create one online or
So 24-7. I do want to, because we can't run commercials, I do want to thank some of our sponsors, including Daniel's Jewelers, High Day Motors, State Farm Insurance, Pizza Hut, Indiana Physical Therapy, Corrective Chiropractic, Bluffton Roofing. Kickoff by Kinsey. Again, back inside the 5. And nice job by the Tigers special teams. Reese Johnston in on the tackle. And Kane Moore.
You know, that special teams there, they're doing an awesome job filling those gaps.
Yeah, they've done a nice job tonight on the returns.
Not allowing that returner to and that wedge to get started to give him a chance to get open.
High snap, pulled down, and dropped. Incomplete.
I think that was Caden Gerber over there on. That was perfect timing to break that one up.
Coverage on the play was by Lucas Hunt.
Second down and 10.
Manchester, ball to 23-yard line.
We're less than a minute into the third quarter. Tigers have put up 6 points. Extra point was blocked. Handoff.
Sam Martindale on the carry for Manchester.
It was Martindale on the carry.
We have a couple yards on the play.
Give him
Tackle
2.
by number 20, Robert Malcolm for the Tigers.
Second down and 8.
Bring up third down and 7 for Manchester. Ball to 26
Excuse me, third down.
Our numbers aren't easy to read anyway, especially the front when it's scrunched up.
So third, 7, 8 yards. Drop back to pass. Defender right on it.
Marco's pass intended for Trey Clark is incomplete. Coverage on the play by the Tigers, number 19,
Hayden Craighead on the coverage.
Going to be fourth down
And it's going to be
ball still on the 26-yard line.
punting formation for Manchester.
For Manchester's number 89, Alvin Letterheimer.
So a nice stop defensively for the Tigers.
For the Tigers.
Middlestead back at the 35, awaiting the punt. Low snap and a short punt. See what kind of bounce we get. And it's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Manchester punt goes out of bounds at the 50-yard line. Tigers will take over.
Stops the clock at 10:17 here in the third, 24-7. Bluffton on top.
So the Tiger defense,
They played really well tonight.
They played awesome in the first half, and they've come out here in the second half and just even played a little better.
And Manchester, in my opinion, is kind of going away from what worked for them. Middlestead swallowed up, no gain.
Cody Middlestead on the carry for the Tigers. No gain on the play. Tackle on the play by number 50.
Maybe loses a half yard.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, Manchester just seems just a little flustered, you know, in their backfield.
The Tigers ball to 49-yard line.
Well, they went away from that short pass, those short passes, and now they're trying to throw the ball downfield, and I don't know. See what the Tigers dial up here. Second down and 11. Short gain for Kane Thornton.
Gain of 4 yards on the play.
Going to set up third down and 7.5.
Tackle on play by Manchester's number 10, Braxton Ream. Going to bring up third down and 7 for the Tigers. Ball to 47-yard line.
Nice to see the Tigers pick this up and drive down, attack on some points here. They got the ball back at midfield. Third down and 7. Nern, flag on the play. We'll throw the ball up and incomplete. And it's in the area of offensive holding.
Flags on the play.
Is that a chop block?
Chop block. Tigers getting the
Illegal
next.
shot block, number 56 and 54, high-low. That penalty is declined, 4th down.
Tigers will punt, so Kinsey will come out.
4th down and 7 for the Tigers. Ball still on the 47.
8:46 to go in the third as the Tigers will punt this away.
Back deep for Manchester to receive. Number 10, Braxton Ream.
Good snap. Kinsey gets it away. Booming punt. See if they can keep it from going into the end zone. No.
It's close.
Cody Kinsey's kick goes into the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm surprised they didn't take that penalty, push him back.
10 for Manchester. Ball will be
Yeah,
on the 50-yard
that was.
line.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised too. I might have
'cause
opted
it was
to push
third
him
down.
back.
They were
And I'm
only
not
gonna
sure.
have
Is that
one shot at
is
it.
that a 10 or 15-yard penalty?
Either
chop
way,
up.
I don't know that it really matters. I mean, they still only had one play.
Of course, you might have given Kinsey a little bit more room to work with to keep it in
Yeah.
bounds.
That's true.
All right, here comes Manchester. 1st and 10 from the 20. And flag.
Flags on the play.
That's going to be a false
false start.
start against Manchester.
Yeah, their timing is just off.
Everybody but center.
That means it's the center's fault.
I think the center got the snap count wrong.
That would be
I'm just guessing.
They could have called a delay a game on the center then.
Let's zoom in a little bit, Austin. So 1st and 15 now. After the offside by committee. Still on his feet. Still on his feet. In the Tiger territory down to the 45.
Manchester. Gain of over 30 yards on the play.
So Martindale with the big pickup. Biggest offensive play for Manchester by a mile tonight.
It'll be 1st down and 10 for Manchester. Ball on the 43-yard line.
And a little bit of turn of events here. Tigers had the ball at midfield. Manchester turns them aside. Now they're inside Tiger territory. 1st and 10 from the 43. Incomplete.
Evan Larkin's pass is intended for number 7, Drake Hatfield. Is incomplete.
Tigers bringing the pressure. And we got a flag on the play. I think this is going to.
Late hit on the quarter, maybe.
Personal foul, roughing the passer,
Yep.
number 54 on the defense. 15-yard penalty will result in the 1st down.
Well, Bluffton not helping himself here.
Yeah, Kari came around that corner on a blitz, and
After the penalty, it'll be 1st down and 10 for Manchester. Ball on the 28-yard line.
So ball inside the 30 on the 28, 1st and 10 after the penalty. And now the running game getting going. Inside the 10 and could be in. No, they're going to mark him just short.
Ream on the carry for Manchester.
Braxton Ream.
25 yards.
Well, that looked awfully easy.
that sure did.
Goal for Manchester on the 1-yard line.
So 1st and goal from the 1. And 14, Markham will take it in. Waiting for the, no. Are they going to call him in? Touchdown.
Devin Markham on the keeper.
Markham with the keeper.
Manchester touchdown.
24-13 at the 7:34 mark here in the third.
Yeah, they made that drive look pretty easy then.
Into kick for
Couple of big long runs.
30, Clayton Hendricks.
And Markham takes it in. Let's get the uprights. Perfect. Snap, the hold, and snuck it through. Good.
Clayton Hendricks' kick for Manchester is good for the extra point.
Cuts the Tiger lead to 10. We lost that extra point, Sim. So what used to potentially be an 11-point lead, now down to 10, and things getting a little bit more interesting. So Manchester now will kick off.
It's going to be up to the Tiger offense here to keep the pressure on. Ideally, you'd want a nice, long, drawn-out drive. Take some time off the clock.
Well, Manchester picking on that right side on both of those long runs. And you got to wonder maybe if they saw something during halftime that they decided they wanted to try to work on. Tigers may need to make a little bit of an adjustment. (24-14). Again, they're going to keep it away. Oh, I would have let that go out of bounds. He did anyway, despite our efforts. So what would you do here, Sim? Would you take it at, let's say it went out of bounds. Would you take it on the 35, or would you force them back 10?
I'd force them back 10. They haven't shown that they can kick the ball very far down the field yet. I say you back them up.
You back them up, and you give Middlestead maybe a chance.
Yeah, and you bring Middlestead up a little closer. And
well, that's what they're going to do. They're going to back him up. Okay, so we'll see how this works out. They could have taken the ball on the 35 with that penalty. So they've opted to push him back 5. This time they'll put it up in the air, fielded to the 30, 40, 45, and back near the 50. So it works out to the benefit of the Tigers.
Boy, did I call that
Kane,
one
that
right.
was Kane. Yeah, Sim was right on that one. Kane Moore on the return.
Up close to midfield. Tackle and play by Manchester's number 60, Johnny England. Going to be first down and 10 for the Tigers, ball on the 49-yard line.
Well, thank you for joining us tonight. And again, we apologize some of our features not up and active tonight, but we've gotten the bulk of the ball game up. Scott Menser, Sim Kipfer on the call. Austin Coons up top for us. Middlestead stays on his feet, gets hit hard. He'll pick up about 3.
Gain of a couple yards. Tackle on the play by Manchester's number 81, Caden Pence. Going to be a second down and 7 for the Tigers, ball on the 48-yard line.
See if they start utilizing Cody a little more. They sort of went away from him a lot more pass starting out this second half. And
Cody with 87 yards in that first half. Quick throw across the middle, dropped. Right on the numbers, but Thornton couldn't pull it in.
Going to bring up third down and 7 for the Tigers, ball on the 48-yard line.
Big play here. This will be two sets in a row that we got the ball near midfield. Couldn't make anything happen last time, and now it's 3rd and 7. That's on the clock. Got to get up to the line, gets us off. 5, 4, got to get the play off. 2, just gets it off. Across the middle again, Thornton's going to be short.
A nerd pass is complete to Kate Thornton, up close to the first down.
So 4th down, it's going to be about 3.
Manchester tackled by number 5, Tice Rooney. Going to bring up 4th down. And
Tigers will go for it here on 4th down.
43-yard line.
And the Tigers move. So scrap that 4th down play, and the Tigers once again are going to give away great field position and have to punt this away. So see if Kinsey can down this inside the 20. High kick. Well, the kick was inside the 20. Fair catch was called. He didn't catch it.
He didn't catch it.
It takes a Manchester bounce, and they'll take over at the 24.
The 1st and 10 for Manchester.
Well, the Tigers' offense has sputtered here in the 3rd quarter. A couple of great field position opportunities turned away by the Manchester defense. Manchester quickly got down the field on the last possession. And dropped in the backfield. Boy, I looked down. What happened, Sim? Did you see there's a flag on the play?
Number 7 tackled one of the Tigers in the backfield on way back after the play was over. I mean, it was one of those.
We got an injured Tiger too, I think.
Tackle on the play by the Tigers, number 54.
Maybe.
Harry Coleman.
So Cameron Coleman coming off the field limping.
I think he was the one that got body slammed in the backfield.
So we'll pay attention to see how he's doing.
It's 2nd down and 25 for Manchester. Ball inside the 10-yard line.
Pass is incomplete. Looking for Clark from Markham.
Coverage on the play by Kate Craighead and others. It's going to be 3rd down at 25 for Manchester. Ball still on the 9-yard line.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 25. They'll run it inside, but not going to be near enough. It's going to be 4th down and long.
That was all the Tigers had to do there, was just keep the play in front of them.
Well, it looks like Cameron's walking around okay.
Bring up fourth down.
I was watching him there on the, I think maybe he
Cramped up, yeah.
Fourth down and 18 for Manchester. Ball on the 16-yard line. Into punt for Manchester.
And once again, the Tigers should get this football around midfield. And a little bit of
Manchester punt is down by.
They'll take over at the 43.
At the 43-yard line. Tigers will take over first.
4:37 to go, 24-14, Bluffton. They have led the entire football game. But the last two possessions have not netted much. See what Coach dials up here. And a low snap, and Nern just falls on it.
Also, 4 yards on the play.
Well, we keep putting ourselves in long yardage situations here. And
14 for the Tigers, ball on the 38-yard line.
all back to the 38. Thornton on the reception. That play has been there.
It has. It's been there all night long.
But still is going to set up a third down and a long 8. Hayden not getting a bunch of time. They could just stretch that play another 3 or 4 yards. Completes! Down to the 20. Tigers convert. Big, big play. Kane Thornton getting it done down the sideline.
Boy, that was just a perfect
That
pass.
was a beautiful pass. Just got over the defender's reach. And the Tigers in business. Clock at 3:08 and counting. We're in the third. First and 10 Tigers. Middlestead breaks a tackle inside the 20, cuts it back inside, still on his feet, down close to the 10. First and 10 Tigers. At my favorite spot on the field, too.
Mark it on your favorite spot.
On the 11. Always fall at the 11.
Yeah, if you're not going to make it all the way, drop at the 11.
Drop at the 11. First and 10, 2:24, clock moving. Middlestead's got to be close to the 100-yard mark. Gets the play again. Good block! Into the end zone, touchdown. Boy, a great block allowed him to cut it inside. Just pancaked him. I wish we had the replay up tonight because that was huge. Middlestead tacks on 6. 30-14, Kinsey on for the extra point. His last one was blocked.
Bowling for him is number 1, Hayden Earn.
Coach, 15 seconds on the clock. They got to hurry up here. Come on, come on. 10 seconds. Got to get this off. 7. 3. They get it off. They get it down, and no good.
Cody Kenzie's extra point kick is no good.
It'll stay 30-14.
Manchester 14.
And I don't know whether that was block sim or whether that was because we had to rush the play because we had to get a guy on the field.
It came off his foot, looked like a little weird, so I couldn't tell if it was blocked though either.
Recognize them for their hard work and dedication to provide resources to our athletes. The Boosters were established in 1981 with a goal through
That was one of those cases the special teams group didn't get out.
Right.
All of them out there.
Something went awry there.
To enhance the Bluffton students' athletic experience. Single memberships are $20 and $30 for couples. Stop by the concession stand to sign up.
2:07 left in the third. 30-14 Bluffton. Lots of time. Boy, it's 9 o'clock, Sim. We're still in the third
quarter. That's what happens when you get a lot of scoring, though.
Kinsey will kick it off. Line drive kick, and that's going to go outside the back of the.
He's taking some frustrations out from those last 2 extra points. They're not going to return that one, he said.
First and 10 from the 20. Just over 2 minutes to go here in the third. Markham takes the snap, a little pressure, dumps it over the middle, picked off! Kinsey looking for the end zone, touchdown, Tigers! Cody Kinsey, right after drilling the kickoff through the back of the end zone, Tigers' second pick six of the night.
He said, if you're going to block my extra points, I'm just going to
take it in. And Cody gets a chance to go back out and maybe not. There we go. Cody, he's having to run a long ways.
You wouldn't think the kicker would be the one chasing his tee down.
I mean, Cody's going to say, look, one of you linemen or something has got to be responsible for my tee. 5 seconds. You got to hustle to get this thing off again. 2 seconds. They get it off. And
it's the upright.
The upright. Oh, my goodness. Once again, rushed on that extra point because we didn't have the stinking tee. Oh, my goodness.
I think I'd have tried to kick it without the tee, unless they have to have
it. Now he's got to go back out for another kickoff.
So he puts this one into the end zone again. He's going to be wore out after this 45 seconds.
Well, you got to figure from where he ran off, that's probably, 40, 45 yards? He had to run over to get then he had to go back. Yeah. And then he's got 7 seconds to get the kickoff.
Back deep for Manchester, Trey Clark.
Cody's saying, look, you guys got to make the tackle here. I'm not running
I'm
down.
Kicking,
I'm just going to kick it. Fielded at the 8. And 30.
Taking a pick up for the Manchester Squires, number 10, Baxter Green. Brings it up close to the 27-yard line. On the tackle for the Tigers is number 2, Seth Bennett.
Seth Bennett on the tackle. 36-14, 1:54 to go in the third. And now Manchester hustling to get somebody on. They've got 4 seconds to get the play off. 2, 1, get off just in the nick of time. And Martindale will be dropped at the 35, pickup of about 6-7 yards.
Tackled by the Tigers, number 8, Lucas Hunt.
Lucas Hunt on the tackle.
Going to bring up 2nd down and 2 for Manchester. Ball to 35.
To give them 8, 2nd down and 2. Manchester starting to run more of a hurry-up offense here. And big gap up the middle for Martindale.
We have Martindale on the carry for Manchester.
Inside Tigers territory.
Tackle on the play by Tigers number 24.
Middlestead on the tackle.
That'll give Manchester a 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10. Ball on the 49-yard line.
So 1st and 10, under a minute to go here in the 3rd. Handoff to number 10, tries to turn the corner, does on the races, catches the far sideline. He's going to find the end zone. Touchdown, Manchester. Braxton Ream. Well, that's 2 touchdowns, Sim, that looked awfully easy.
Yep.
That cuts the lead to 16. Boy, if I'm Manchester, I'm tempted to go for 2 here.
Yeah, because that would get them back even on
get them
on
back
the
to a
scores.
14-point lead. I mean, you got to pick up a 2-point conversion anyway at some point. And they will. They'll go for 2.
Not going to.
Yep.
They
Called
timeout.
timeout.
Timeout. Manchester. First charge timeout.
So timeout on the field after the Manchester touchdown, 36-20. Manchester has had 2 touchdowns basically on 2 runs, both drives. 2 big runs, one by Martindale, one by Braxton Ream. Last time, Ream took it down to the 1. This time, he got into the end zone.
Seems like when that running back breaks through that front box, you know, you get past the first 7, they get a big run out of it. And for the most part tonight, the front 7 for the Tigers or the front 8 have contained the run pretty well.
Well, it seems like it's either no yards or maybe loss of yards, right, on the rushing attempt, or big yards.
Big yards, so.
So 36-20.
After the timeout, Manchester will attempt the extra point.
They will again try for the 2 points. Markham. Hands off. And they are not going to get these 2 points.
Sam Martindale on the
So Tigers turn them away, and they will hold on to a 16-point lead.
Yeah, Martindale met in the backfield that time.
Well, like we said, it's either no yards or loss of yards.
Tigers 36, Manchester 20.
So again, I want to thank all of our sponsors tonight. High Day Motors, Daniels Jewelers, State Farm Insurance, Pizza Hut, Stephan Financial, Corrective Chiropractic, Bluffton Roofing, the YMCA of Bluffton, Indiana Physical Therapy, as issues have prevented us from running some of our features on our broadcast tonight.
But you're forgetting the most important commercial of all.
And that is?
That would be the Scott Menser for City Council commercial.
Thank you very much for the plug. I appreciate that. Paid for by Scott Menser for Indiana. 35 seconds left in the third. Fielded at the 20. This is Kane Moore. Puts his head down, gets across the 40 to the 42. So, again, great field position for the Tigers.
We'll see if they can capitalize here again.
Offensively, it has pretty much been either Middlestead or Thornton. Middlestead rushing the ball, Thornton receiving the ball. Thornton also has a rushing touchdown tonight. Tigers again working that play clock down to just Middlestead with a short gain. And if I'm coach, I let this run out and close out the third quarter, which is exactly what they're going to do. So at the end of 3, Tigers up 36-20. We could not go to commercial break, so we won't.
Back in the old days, we would have read commercials.
Well, I could read commercials, but I thought I had left my commercial sheet in the car. And on a better night, I could go online and find it, but I can't do that tonight either. So, oh well. Good thing is we got next week to try to figure it out. Try to get a little closer to perfection.
Well, pretty much the game's been up
most of
95% of the time tonight.
So last week the commercials all played fine.
Yeah.
The scoreboard and the play clock ran fine, but the internet didn't work.
No, Ben Daly saved us on that
well,
one.
Ben guys up on the internet, and then we started losing all kinds of stuff for odd reasons. I don't know, something. Luck just has not been going my way here technically. And I've only been doing this for a decade.
Yeah,
you would
just
think
10 years. So.
I think you'd kind of have it all figured out.
Here to start the fourth quarter, it'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Tigers, ball at the 43-yard line.
Fourth quarter action at 9:09. We may get home later tonight than we did when we went to Northfield.
Cody Middlestead on the carry for the Tigers. Little to no gain on the play. Tackled on the play by Manchester.
Well, once again, Sim, we have set up on a long yardage situation.
Still on the 43.
Great field position. And long yardage situation. Third down and 8. Low snap picked up. Going downfield. Flag.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Peyton Ernst pass intended for Kane Moore. Falls incomplete, but we do have flags.
That will be another Tiger.
First down.
First down. That is courtesy of Mike Murray. Hey, Mike, just remember you started on Wells County Voice before you became a Tiger Voice. So.
Very true. After the penalty, that
First and 10 for the Tigers on the 42.
First and 10 for the Tigers, ball on the 42-yard line. They didn't catch that one.
Yeah, they were not. They're all asleep. Yeah. 9 o'clock. 9:10 is bedtime.
Not going to have any homecoming dance because it ends at 11, doesn't it?
Kane Thornton hustles off the field. And we're going to get a Tiger timeout here. Tigers take a timeout. Kane Thornton hustled off the field. And maybe a little dehydration,
Yeah,
Sim? What do you
possibly. I mean, it was a little warm and humid today. And they've been going. I mean, there hasn't been a whole lot of stops. So
There has not. And we've been on the field for a long time.
So it is tough to keep these kids hydrated, you know. In the
Well, and you've got so many kids on this Bluffton squad that going both ways, too. All right. We are back to action.
After the timeout, it'll be first down and 10 for the Tigers.
First and 10 Tigers. Ball on the Manchester 42. Boy, a score here would make me feel a heck of a lot better. Nern pulls it down, gets to the outside, has room to run. 40 slides down. Oh, I don't know. That was pretty close to being hit after the fact. Took the slide. I thought he had more.
I thought he
more
could have
yards
had a few
ahead.
more yards, but you know, didn't want to take that hit. There's no reason to put yourself in that situation, really.
Yeah, I'd like to see another pass Malcolm's way. He had that one reception. Boy, after he got the football, he showed some quickness after the catch. Second down and 7. You know, it's like they're listening to me. You know, I mean, it's just.
But, you know, they're up on top, though, or no, they're down the far end. So.
Nice pickup by Malcolm.
The result of that play is another Bluffton Tiger. The first and 10 for the
They
Tigers.
moved the ball down to the 29. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. 10 minutes left in the ball game. 30-20. Tigers trying to end this game. Thornton has his helmet on. Up the middle. Middlestead still on his feet. Grinding away down to about the 16.
Tackle on the play by Manchester's number 3, Sam Martindale.
That's another first down.
Yep.
The first and 10 for the Tigers. Ball on the 19-yard line.
Ball on the 18. Clock moving at the 9:26 mark. Up the gut. Falling forward to about the 12. We'll mark it back at around the 13. Second down and 4. Call it 5.
That's one thing about Cody. You know, he very seldom is he getting knocked backwards. He's always falling forward, keeping that center of gravity leaning forward.
Second and 5. And on the sweep. Cuts it inside, falls forward. It's going to be a Tigers first down. It's going to be first and goal. Craighead on the carry. And the Tigers are going to have 4 shots to get 3 yards.
The result of that play is another Bluffton Tiger. The first and goal for the Tigers. Ball on the 3-yard line.
First and goal, Bluffton. 36-20 Tigers. Thornton back in the game. Good to see him back out there. Boy, another low snap. Nern's going to pull it down. He's going to find the quarter. Touchdown. Tigers. Hayden Nern. Tigers go up 42-20. And you know Kinsey's just dying to get an extra point. See how many seconds they give him this time.
Yeah, the poor kid's been rushed on the last two.
Yeah, now he's got a good 20 seconds to work with. He's got plenty of time. This thing's going right through the uprights. Let's get the uprights in, Austin. Yeah, see? See what 25 seconds will get you? The extra point is good. 43-20. We would away if we could, but we can't, so we'll stay right here. 7:47 to go, 43-20. So, Sim, what's in store for you here on this Labor Day weekend coming up? Anything?
I don't really have any plans. So, my mother-in-law's up from Florida, so we're gonna go down and meet some family down by Gas City on Monday. But other than that, we don't have a whole lot going on. Bryce is home.
Did Bryce come to the game?
No, he was still driving back from Columbus.
Kinsey with a kickoff. Nice kick back to the goal line. And now we got a flag on the play. Cody's going, really? Did you see that go right to the goal line? You're going to make me do this again?
Going to make him do it again.
That's a good toss by that referee.
No kidding. I was thinking the same thing.
43-20. Hayden Nern runs it in for 3 yards out. And this will go back to the 9. Catches the corner. So Clark will get it close to the 40. John San Juan. I think that's like his 4th tackle tonight.
First down and 10 for Manchester, ball in the 39-yard line.
As far as kickoff returns go, that's probably the best field position that Manchester's had all night.
First and 10 Manchester. 7:39 left to go in the ball game. Boy, Martindale really working hard.
Yeah, he wasn't giving up on that run.
Hey, give him credit. 7 minutes left. They're down by 23, and he's running hard. 5 yards on the carry, 2nd and 5. Second and 5. And keeper. Markham. Could be a first down depending on the spot. Nope, going to mark it a little short. Johnston on the tackle. Let clock continuing the roll here. Third and 1. Martindale, big loss.
Sam Martindale on the carry for the Manchester Squires, loss of over 5 yards on the play.
Ryan Thompson, the newly crowned homecoming king.
Homecoming king, yeah.
Ryan Thompson going to bring up 4th down and 8 for Manchester, ball on the 41-yard line.
So a big loss makes it 4th and 8. Looks like Manchester's going to go for it here. Markham's going to drop back the pass across the middle, and nobody around. So Manchester will turn the ball over on downs, and you got to think we're going to see a steady dose of Cody Middlestead here.
There'd be no reason not to with 5:41.
Scott, how many yards does Cody have so far tonight?
141 rushing.
141 on the evening for Cody. And I think he's going to get a few touches here.
He's not even out there.
Well, you're right. He's not even out there. So Kane Moore may be the guy to get some touches. As coach will bring his second unit in on some spots. And there is Moore. Moore twists and turns. He's got a nice pickup. So Kane Moore crossed the 35 to the 34. Nice job on that offensive line, opening up a hole for him.
Tackle on the play by Manchester's number 75, Trevor Dill.
So Cody Middlestead's probably done for the night offensively. Finishes with over 140 yards rushing. Good night for him. Boy, Sim, we got a player of the game to pick tonight. It's not going to be an easy call. Lots of guys to consider. Clock running down to about 5 minutes. Moore hit in the backfield. He's going to lose a yard. So what do you do here, Sim? Third and
4.
Third down and 4 for the Tigers.
Yeah, third, 4, 5. Do you put the ball in the air, try to keep the drive going, or do you just hand the ball off and take another 20 seconds off the clock?
How you go for a 52-yard field goal if you don't get any yards?
Yeah. Well, swinging out to the outside, all kinds of room in front of him. He'll pick up the first down and more. Kane Moore getting some touches here in the fourth quarter. That's a good call.
Yeah,
I like that call.
Yep.
Result of that play is another Bluffton Tiger.
Just let Kane go out in the flat, let the linebacker go past him, and throw it over his head.
High percentage pass. Gets him out in the space. Clock down, under 4 minutes to go. Tigers in control here. And complete on the far side of the field. Had me faked out. I was looking down here. I didn't even see what was going on. Lucas Hunt on the reception. Good pickup.
7 yards on the play.
And keeps the clock running.
Where's the 24 at?
No, number 24? He just went off the field.
For them?
Yes.
That's who tackled
He
us?
is two tackles.
Okay, he's off the field.
He's off the field.
Second down and 3.
Brings up second down and 3 for the Tigers. Ball on the 18-yard line.
Moore again. And nice job running by Kane Moore. He's going to pick up a first down.
4 or 5 yards on the play.
Austin, let's zoom in a little bit over there.
Tackle on 22.
Tackle by Manchester's number 22. Dylan Stroud. The result of that play is another Bluffton Tiger.
2:47 to go.
14-yard line.
So Kane making the most of his touches here in game 2. I would think they're going to keep it on the ground here. They do. Moore again, right up the gut. Nice push. Inside the 10.
64-75.
More on the carry for the Tigers. Gain of almost 5 yards on the play.
First down marker is just inside the 5.
Back on the play by
So we got all kinds of opportunities to get this ball into the end zone.
Oh, yeah.
Bring up second down and 6 for the Tigers. Ball on the 10-yard line.
Second down, I'm going to call it 5 here. Just inside the 11. They got to get in just inside the 5. And Nern, I don't know what that play was. But
I was fooled. So.
So Malcolm, I think that's his third catch of the night. Picks up about a half a yard. Ball is on the 9. We got a minute 9 left. Craighead in motion, and more touchdown, Tigers.
Oh, we got
flag on the
coming
play.
back.
It's coming back.
Into the end zone, but we do have flags.
It's too bad. And you feel for Kane, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, gets a chance to get out there and show some of the things he's capable of doing. And look at him. He's like,
come on, man.
His shoulders are sagging. He's going, oh, man. Jeez. Are you kidding me?
You guys are killing me here.
After the penalty, they'll bring up third down
and we're just going to take a kneel here. This is a third down kneel. Now the question is, do you try the field goal?
Nah, I think you just let the time run out.
All right. That's going to do it. Tigers 43-20. They are 2-0 on the season. We are going to break, but not play a commercial break. And we'll be right back with some post-game stats. Welcome back to WellsCountyVoice.com. Tigers victorious tonight, 43-20. And we are sitting at 9:30.
Attention fans, we found a key ring and a ID. Emily Pressler, please.
And we'll get some post-game stats here in a minute. Tigers.
No, you're on the wrong end.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
down
wrong
here.
end.
I can understand. I mean, the white.
The white, you know.
I completely. It's been a long day.
It's been a long week.
It's been a long week. Well, it's a short week this week.
It is a short week
with
this
the holiday.
week. Yeah, absolutely. Happy to everybody. I wonder if we can get the lights turned on in here. Yeah.
Somebody turn the lights on.
Well, it's a good outing for the Tigers tonight. They did some good things both offensively and defensively. They had a few little lapses, but for the most part, really solid effort by this team. And I think Coach is going to be pretty pleased with what he saw from his group tonight.
I mean, yeah, for the most part, they controlled the game both offensively and defensively.
Yep.
So
they got out early. They kept the lead the entire game. Cody had a big night. Hayden had some nice plays tonight. Kane Thornton had some plays tonight. Cody Kinsey had some big, had pick six. Had some good things.
Yeah, the player of the game's going to be a little tough to come by.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Did who got the early pick six? Was that
in the first half? That was Thornton, wasn't it?
Was that Kane?
I think that was Thornton.
No, that was Reese Johnston. All right. Tigers tonight put up 285 yards of offense on 59 plays. So we had the Reese Johnson pick six early, up 8-7. Manchester comes back with a score, closes the score to 8-7. Kane Thornton on a 4-yard carry puts the Tigers up 15-7. Kinsey's 38-yard field goal, 18-7 as we head to the locker room. Coming out in the third quarter, Tigers pick up a quick touchdown. Kane Thornton from Nern from 10 yards out. PA is no good. It's 24-7. Then Manchester goes 80 yards on 3 plays. Keeper by Markham cuts the lead to 10, 24-10. Bluffton answer back. Cody Bilstead from 11 yards out. PAT no good again. 30-14. Markham's pass was picked off by Kinsey. He took it in. Second pick six of the night. 36-14. PAT no good. Manchester answers back. A 73-yard drive on 3 plays. 36-20, and then Bluffton finishes off the scoring. Hayden Nern on the scramble. 3 yards out. It was a 59-yard drive on 8 plays. 43-20. That's your final. 9. Tigers pick up 164 yards on the ground on 36 carries. Manchester 158 yards on 27 carries. Tigers 15 for 23, 1 interception. 121 yards in the air. Manchester 46 yards in the air. On the ground for the Squires, Sam Martindale finishes with 85 yards on 16 carries. Cody Middlestead, $141 on 22 carries. Well, on the receiving end, Kane Thornton 6 receptions for 58 yards. Robert Malcolm 3 for 30, including that little flip right there at the end. Lucas Hunt had a couple of receptions. Interceptions, Reese Johnston and Cody Kinsey both pick sixes. Defensively, John San Juan, 4 tackles solo, 1 assisted. Kerry Coleman with Lucas Hunt, 3 and 3. Reese Johnson, 3 and 2. Hayden Nern tonight again, 15 for 22 for 120 yards. His long was 34 yards through 1 touchdown pass tonight. So what do you think, Sim? Player of the game.
I would.
Well,
we'll save this for after
we'll give you
we
a
talk
replay.
You can let me think about it a little longer.
Let's go.
Hey, Coach, 2-0. Nicely done.
We'll take that, won't we? We'll take that any day. So, feels great. Manchester's a good team. They schemed us really well at times. They gave us a lot of problems, especially in the first half. We were pretty sluggish, I know. Couldn't quite get Hayden in a rhythm to start the game. So we got to try putting him in better positions. But, kids played hard the whole way through. Defensively, I was glad we got to 43 because then I went to hear from Coach Morgan that the offense didn't score enough to win without his 2 pick sixes. So defense played phenomenal tonight. Reese Johnson is a kid playing linebacker for us this year who is 100% better than he was a year ago. That's a credit to him. But we played really stout up front. we missed 3 or 4 plays there just tackling. But defense was phenomenal tonight, and offense kind of found a rhythm there in the second half with getting Cody the ball and finally getting some running.
Yeah, so talk about that with Hayden a little bit, because I think in both this game and the Northfield game, he came out in the front end of the game. Passes were a little high.
Sure.
And we kind of credited it to nerves.
Oh, yeah.
First home game. Do you think that's what it is?
Well, look at the crowd we had tonight. That's more people than have been here on average, and he's still a 16-year-old kid playing varsity football for the first time. He's been waiting for his whole life, and kid's not above feeling pressure, and
he's 15 for 23.
I know,
buck 21.
But
right?
he probably started 1 for 12. It
right.
felt like. But yeah, he key to our season could be protecting him, getting him in a rhythm. You saw, even the third and fourth quarter when he settles down, he puts the ball on kids. I think, I know Orton had a job over the middle, maybe had one other incompletion. The RPO stuff we've been repping is going to be big for us moving forward as well. So, again, getting him to a rhythm is obviously key to us, and I think he settled in there in the second half. So
yeah, he's huge.
Oh, he's a stud. He's a kid who last year, he suffered a knee injury the very first play off-season camp. So I think all year you saw the big knee brace. You go back and watch last year, and he was kind of not really himself. And now he's kind of showing who he is. He's a force on both sides of the ball. Kid wants great, and he's not afraid to be coached. And those are the kind of kids you love to have on your program. He's got a little attitude to him. He'll talk a little bit, but you know what? That's okay. Sometimes you need guys like that, and we're happy he's on our team.
And another kid that is not going to pop out on the stats tonight, but Robert Malcolm.
Yeah.
I tell you what, he caught that one pass on the far side of the field, and he showed some quickness after the catch.
Well, we look at our receiving core. When we go, Caden Gerber runs a 4.5. Hayden Craighead's in the low 5, 4.9. Kane Thornton's a 4.6. Bobby Malcolm's a 4.6. Cody Middlestead's a 4.4. We got speed out there, so if we can get the ball to those guys in space, I like our matchups. And Bobby Kinn, he's another young kid who, played a lot last year, but kind of with our limitations in the passing game, didn't get as many high-quality reps. Maybe he's starting to come to his own a little bit here too. So.
And Cody Kinsey, I got to tell you a story, Coach. So maybe you've heard this, but in the Northfield game, I made a call on the air that said we had gotten a penalty on that last drive. And I said,
was this before the worst call in Bluffton football history?
No, this was on the final drive. So we're driving for the winning touchdown.
Okay.
And we get a penalty and it pushes us back.
Sure.
And I make the comment, I said, boy, I think that pushes us outside field goal range. And I get this Facebook message from Cody that says, Mr. Menser, I want you to know that is not outside my range. And I get a video of him striking out a 60-yarder or something.
I tell you what, if you live around here and you drive by practice field or the game field any evening, that kid's out kicking. Kid loves it, works his tail off. We need to block better for him on a couple of those PATs. But
can you find someone to take his tee in? Because I hate to see him
well,
run 80 yards to
here's
get
the problem. He had to, get a pick six, and he was too happy after actually, making a defensive play that he had to run away over and get his tee. Usually he holds that tee, so maybe quit making such great plays on defense.
I think he ran about 120 yards just in about 90 seconds.
He's and then he had to go kick off, and I told him, I said, hey, put it through the back of the end zone. You can jog down there. But
and he did.
He did. Kid's got a leg. It sounds different, when it comes off his foot. So he's a good weapon for us. But he, again, came in on defense tonight and had a pick six and ran the alley well. Really growing as a football player as well. So we got kids who are developing. So I'm excited. We lost a ton last year. Everybody told us how they're going to move the ball without Everett. What about losing 4 offensive linemen? I don't think many people would have picked us to be 2-0. We are. We're happy, but
hey, I tell you
there's
what,
a big one coming.
When you started out the game, that the left side of that line, the small side of the line, right? The guys who look like halfbacks or something.
Well, look at their D line.
Open up some big holes.
Yes, yeah, and that was it's good to see because we have to have that. We're going to have to be balanced on offense because I think it's a different Bluffton team than what we've had the first 2 years where Gavin was an athlete that we asked to play quarterback. Hayden is a quarterback. And I was teasing him. A couple pulls tonight. I've never seen him run like that. So, but if he can do that, if he can learn to pull it, right, and at least be a threat, and then we throw it out there on the RPO to Buddy Kane. Lucas Hunt had some catches tonight, Hayden Craighead. Again, we got weapons. It's just a matter of can we settle down and get them in spots to develop? So next week, those windows are going to be much tighter. So
love it, Coach.
Awesome. Thank you guys very much. Hey, we need a big crowd here next week.
All right.
Number 2 team in way. South Adams coming. Let's pull an upset.
Let's bring it in the jump.
Right,
Thanks,
Thanks, guys.
All right, now we're on the spots.
Now I'm on the spot.
WellsCountyVoice.com player of the game.
I'm going with Hayden Earn.
Hayden Earn.
Yep.
All right.
I
Hayden
think,
Earn is your player
I think
of the game.
without his past games picking up, I think they would have keyed on the run, and it would have been a much different ball game.
All right. Good
So.
call. Hayden Earn is your WellsCountyVoice.com player of the game. Spencer and Kipper, Austin Coons up top tonight. Good job, Austin, tonight. That's going to do it for us. We got a lot of gear to pack up here. Have a great weekend.